So there comes a time in every angler's life where he might have to use a swivel. So in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about swivels and what they're used for and why use them. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around and find out because we're starting right now. Hey you, this is me, A.D. Ross with Novi Outdoors, where we provide tips, tactics, and techniques for beginners who seek to make waves, blaze new trails, and become more efficient in the great outdoors. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So, what I thought I might do is grab my little terminal tackle kit here, and I'm kind of doing this series on terminal tackle, and I've actually got everything set up in here that we've covered thus far. Go all the way from hooks to weights to beads, and now we're talking about swivels. So here we go. So there's a couple different swivels out there that you can utilize in your fishing adventures. The main one I'd like to talk about today is the barrel swivel. Now the barrel swivel looks a little bit something like this. If you can see that there. It's got eyelets on both ends, right? And what this is meant to do is to spin. So a lot of times you'll hook a main line, whatever's going back to your reel. A lot of times it could be braid or something of that nature that you're going to hook onto this swivel, and then you're going to hook like a leader to it. Now, if you want to learn a little bit about leaders, we did a video on that, and I'll link it right up there in the corner, or down in the description if you're watching on your mobile phone. So you would link your main line to this and your leader line to this end, and it'll allow that line to spin, because the main purpose for a swivel is to prevent line twists. Now when the line twists, it could create weak points and it could eventually break off on you, and that's not something we want to do when we're trying to put a fish in the boat or on the shore. So swivels are great for that purpose, to prevent line twist. Now, like I said, there's a couple different swivels out there. There's these barrel swivels, and then you've got bearing swivels, all right? And I think there's another one called crane swivels. I ain't gotten into any of them just yet, but I wanted to talk about swivels because we're going to be making some rigs here in the future that's going to utilize some of these. Now, this is just a two-piece, but they come with freeway swivels, which another swivel will just pops out right here, which would give you the ability to tie your main line to it, put a little leader line out here with a hook on it, and then drop either another line with a weight on it, or line to another three-way swivel to another hook, putting more hooks on the line. So that's kind of what the swivels are used for. We're going to be putting together some Carolina rigs coming up here soon, and we're going to use one of these swivels. So I wanted you to know what we was talking about before we went and started putting together different rigs to use these things. All right. So that's about it for the swivels. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please go ahead and drop them down there in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. And if there's any other questions that you have on videos you'd like to see as beginners, that's what we're here for. So we'd like to put something together specifically for somebody who's asking for it. All right? So with that being said, I'm A.D. Ross with Novi Outdoors. It's been a pleasure having you today, as it always is. I appreciate you for stopping by. If you could go ahead and like this video, I'd really appreciate that. Other than that, thank you very much for your time. Take care, and God bless, because Novi is out.